targeted individuals, gang stalking victims, I'm here now to say that you guys need to start to stand up for yourself. You guys need to put your insecurities aside. Put your fear aside. Put it aside. That's the mission. The mission is to break us. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to stop being scared. It's time to stop trying to find every way to just guard our home. It's time for us to regain our freedom back. This is modern day slavery. Wake up. Wake up and do something about it for a change. I'm tired of it. I choose not to be a victim. Whether it means being in prison or institutionalized, I'm willing to take the risk. Because that's how they did it back in the slavery days when my ancestors were fighting for their freedom and was captives for 400 plus years. I will not tolerate it. My home been violated. I've been violated. My kids, their rights, their freedom, them having a good mother, them having a better future or a normal childhood, everything taken away and violated. I will not tolerate it anymore. I'm standing up for my freedom and standing up for my rights. It's time we put an end to this. It's time we start reaching out to one another and uplift one another. It's time we support one another. If somebody's feeling down, we need to talk to that person. We need to communicate with that person. We need to pray with each other. This can't go on anymore. And the only way it's going to continue to go on is if you guys choose to continue to be scared. Stop being scared. It may seem like no one is in your corner. Those people that are not in your corner are not meant to be in your corner. So be grateful when they turn their heads, because those are not the people you need. I went out today, me and my babies walked. I wrote these right here, okay? Gang stalking, vice, targeted individuals, YouTube, a Bible verse. I went out there and I handed these out to people. I read this discipleship book, and I was able to gain enough knowledge just to be able to see how I can organize my own mission work to be able to get this information out there. Now, if a single mother with children can get outside on her own 2 feet, fearlessly in front of these drug dealers and these niggas, yeah, I didn't say black men, I didn't say people, I said niggas, real niggas, with guns and everything, ready for war, and don't give a crap, and still went out there on my 2 feet with my kids to try to make a difference, ain't no reason for y'all to be scared. Get out of that mindset and reprogram yourself. Stop being victims. We are not victims. We are human beings that deserve freedom. Our ancestors fought for this. But this ain't a black thing. This is an all people thing. But they fought for this, for us to be together, for us to be united. Don't let them take that from us. Don't let them continue to keep this a secret. My question is, though, if they're able to do this to us, what about the human trafficking victims? Start asking questions, because it's not about us anymore. It's about what they can do for the people that are really going through things worse than us too. What about those victims? If you're able to tap into our phones, if you're able to hack our shit, what about those victims that are being kidnapped and trafficked? Something needs to be done, and y'all need to stop being scared. It's about time we take every last bit of dollar that we have and start flying people out to different cities to protest. Stand up for yourself. That's all I gotta say. And if you're too scared to do it, start writing things out, print them out, do whatever you can to even share a message, even if it's one person one day or two person, even if you suspect this person's involved. I don't care. Maybe they're ignorant to what the situation really is about. Maybe it's time that we educate them. And if they do feel some type of way, or if they are a gang stalker, guess what? Who cares? That's not our problem. Our problem is figuring out a solution. Be perseverant. Don't let that bring you down. Be perseverant. At the end of the day, we have a God. And if my people were captive for 400 plus years, and it took them that long to make a difference, maybe this is a start for us. This is a start. Let's plant a seed. Let's get something going so that way we can make a difference. Because Jesus didn't die on the cross. He didn't die on the cross for us to be in this position. He told us, despite our sins, despite our flaws, he's still willing to give his life so that way we can have another chance. And with that being said, ain't no reason for you guys to be scared, because what they can do to the body, they can't do to the soul. It's time for a full conversion. It's time for some change. And it's time for us to support one another and start a new movement. If people can come out and protest and scream out Black Lives Matter and kick in doors, kick in buildings, cause a riot state to state to state, we can do that too, because there's more than enough of us to do it. I'm going on these pages and realizing there's 700K, 10K, 20K, so many victims. Let's start a fundraiser. Let's get some money going. Let's travel around. Let's lift each other up, for real. Stop being scared and do something to make a difference. If you can sit on the internet, don't share messages and make them private, because there's no purpose of sharing a message if it's gonna be private. The key for them is to keep us scared. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. The key is to continue to make us scared, is to break us. No. If you got to share a message online, share it. Any way where you can get this message out, do it. Even if it's one person one day, because that's a step. That's planting a seed, because that one person may lead to that one person meeting another 5 people and getting that message out. All it takes is that effort. So, with that being said, I'm going to continue to fight for my rights. And if anything happens to me, you guys know I'm either locked up in the Franklin County Jail or they institutionalize me. But listen to this, though. I don't care about none of that. I'm not scared. And the reason why I'm not is because I know that there's a higher power that knows what people don't know, that sees what people don't see. And that's God. And guess what? I graduated from a Bible Institute in 2014. Didn't have the money to get there. Didn't know why God put me in a position to even go there. Didn't have a ride to get to Michigan. But for some reason, somebody called me and told me, don't worry about the payment. I got on my knees and prayed and asked God, if this is what you want me to do, Lord, open the door so it can be done. And sure enough, the next day somebody called me and there was a way. There was a way. Everything. A ride, tuition fee. I even rebuilt my relationship with my family. How does that happen within a day? And all I did was get on my knees and ask God, if this is my calling, Lord, open the door so that way it can be done. And he did it. And if you guys were to hear the testimonies of the other students at that school, it would have blew your mind. I didn't understand why I was going through all that colporting work, going door to door. I didn't understand why I was sleeping in the cold at a school on the floor with just a sheet. I didn't understand why I was at that school, but I think this is the fucking reason. This is the reason. Because of this, God was preparing me for this. God does not like this. God does not accept it. And I may not be doing it the right way, but I know I'm passionate about what I believe in, and that's freedom. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X didn't die for no reason. They didn't do that for no reason. These people are not allowed to have this type of control, and it's time that we start standing up for ourselves. Do not allow them to break you guys. You guys need to stay strong, and when you feel down, you reach out. With that being said, I love you. Stay prayed up.